not so good out the sides.
Morning.
I'd like to say good morning, but it's the same again.
Grey.
Grey, windy, cool. Seems to be the form here. Pretty rubbish start to the day, and then it gets sunny in the afternoon. Still windy.
Considering
Anyhow.
that back home they're scorched.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's what it is. We keep going anyway.
Right, today, need to go and get fuel again. Used up quite a bit yesterday. We are currently sitting at 669 miles since we left home. Yeah, we'll go and get fuel. Want to find a bank machine too. Left a wee bit of cash for Saturday. Maybe on the way there, well, we have to go past it anyway, so Mont Cockerel, the abandoned, or disused German gun positions overlooking the village here. We'll see even more about that when we get up there. Maybe possibly go back down to Dead Man's Corner for the shop. We've already done the museum.
That was a pretty decent shop.
Possibly St. Marie de Mont as well, the holy shop again. Didn't come to the intention of spending a fortune, but we've got a couple of things.
Parachute drop today, isn't it?
Parachute drop today at Asville, 2 o'clock. Hopefully, for their sake, hopefully the wind will drop a bit and the sun will come out. But
well, on the 6th of June 1944, they just had to do whatever they had.
It was day much like today.
And it was in the dark.
Not the actual landings weren't in the dark. The parachute drops were in the dark.
That's what I
It
mean.
led up to it.
Parachute drops.
Right, so
Let's get going.
Mont Cockerel, let's go see what's up there. Forgot to mention at the start, Wednesday the 7th of June, today. Getting closer to home time. This week has flown in.
I really think you wanted to go.
No, it's just, you know when you're on a wind down. If it wasn't such a misty day, we would have a far better idea of what was going on here. But if you look straight ahead, roughly to the right of that traffic sign, you can see the waves on the beach. There's a large bunker just here, and there's another one just down over there. Now we've already covered the bunkers down at the beach with the guns in, and these are more likely to be accommodation bunkers for the troops that were manning the gun down below. Now, this one's seriously overgrown, but we'll try and see if there's a way in first here. Yeah, it seems to be totally overgrown. Some results have tried to get in here before. There's just no way into this one at all. It's just been left to the forces of nature. See, this side here is like a defensive side. Cyclists. Any doors would have been on this side, but they're well and behind this bramble patch now. I'm just not going to get a look at this one properly at all. A better view of the beach from this angle here. Look at this one. It's hard to tell if this here is actually a gun port or a door. If it's a gun port, quite possibly, because it's facing across this way towards the far end of Utah Beach, the eastern end where the landing took place. It's obviously in private land, we can't get in to have a look. Yep. And this here is saying this is our territory. Nature preserve. So no, we can't go in. Might have been interesting to have a look around the back side of that to see what the accesses were like. It's got the same curved sort of blast deflection wall as the one up the hill here. I might have to do a wee bit of research and see if we can find out on more Keenaville and the defences. But anyway, we're going to go up now to Mont Cockerel where the main battery was. Looking up the hill towards Keenaville Church. Everywhere you go, Jeeps. Keenaville War Memorial. They named it. Civilian victims 39 to 45. Remember the glorious children of Keenaville who died for France 1914 to 1918. They're named. (39 45) War Louis Bourneuf. Jean Fontaine, civilian victim 39 45. What refractaire do you say STO means? I do not know, but I will try and find out. Quite an impressive church. No, no, too Monday. Hey, we have another then and now. This is now. We're in Monteberg. Can't remember the name of the street.
Well, there it is in front of you, is it not?
Where?
On the sat-nav.
Ah, Roos and Jack. There we go. Roos and Jack. And we're looking up towards the church. And we notice these houses on the left hand side. Cream coloured, darker coloured, cream coloured. If we go to... There we go. Light, dark, light. And then above we have the same street in 1944. We have the same chimneys. And American troops coming down the street in jeeps. A lot of damage then. This place took quite a pounding between German and American assaults. The church has got its spire back. Monteberg, then and now. Back at Dead Man's Corner, but we're only going to the shop. A lot of people still here, even though it's like the
6th of June's by, but the festival's still on to the
18th.
18th. That's a bit of sun, but dry earth more.
There was one for the Irish legs yesterday. Okay, we're still at the Dead Man's Corner Museum. I'm going to take a few minutes here, get something to eat before we head off.
Hot dog. It's alright. Not as nice as the one we had the other day because it's like a rubber sausage.
Burger avec frites. Burger with chips to you. Looks like quite a meal.
Where's your salt?
Didn't I ask for barbecue sauce?
Uh-huh.
It's only on the burger, it's not on...
No.
Nothing to dip. Anyway.
There's sweet chilli there. Manhattan hot dog.
A nice simple cheeseburger for lunch. Some very tasty fries. Keep the window down a wee bit or we'll steam up. God. Look at the ring of dirt around the edge of that window. All that effort that we put into sprucing it up before we came. Not much a waste of time. And the 30 quid I paid Adam.
Well, it's not his fault.
No.
And we came with it clean.
She looked presentable when we got her on the boat. And that's as far as it went. Anyhow. Time to eat up. Time to stop talking. Current situation, we're sat here in a field near Azeville, A-Z-E-V-I-L-L-E. Apparently we have to pay to go and see these parachute drops, but we haven't paid much for anything else this time round, so I don't mind that. Here we go again. Stick with us. Making our way across these fields now. Time for this parachute drop is going to take place. Every man and his dog is here today. Hearing 40 style music coming from behind us. It may be a problem with the GoPro. Might not have the right field of view to bring something like a parachute drop on the film, so might have to resort to using the good old Samsung phone with a bit more zoom. So if the picture quality gets crap and the sound quality gets crap, you'll know why. Right, we're here at Aysville. I'm surrounded by collector's vehicles, German bunkers. People here address again. Really,
Oh, it's a boy, I see.
really immersed in it again.
No? Okay.
And still they come. See. And we can see strikes, we can see the direction that they came from. One went in there, one there, one went in out there. The impression that one's come through this pipe as well. Through there and out here. These things are solid. Whoop! And the standard machine gun port to protect the doorways and entrances is all. Looks like it's been used for storage. Two very large regal bow casemates with the gun ports facing that direction. Not sure where we are in relation to the beaches close by, but exactly where I'm not sure. Obviously taking a bit of a beating too. Lots of exposed, reinforced concrete wire, steelwork, stripe marks on the steelwork. Stripe mark here too. times here. See strikes all over this side too. We couldn't get at. They would be very much the same as these. This battery is obviously perceived as more of a threat, given by the amount of damage it's taken. This one's totally closed in. See the ring for the base of the gun. 105mm again. Probably captured French guns, requisitioned and put into German use. Smell, you're on GoPro camera. A rare find. Ford Jeep. As opposed to the usual Willys. Instructions for fixing a waterlogged Jeep. I count 27 Jeeps so far. So I'm standing in the centre of the gun mount ring, and that would have been your limit of access that way, and your limit of access that way. So very wide field of fire, so if 4 guns were interlocking, they would cover quite an area. Nope.
We don't know what's on there.
So this is attached to the gun position. This would be storage available. There's something just a wee bit spooky about being in these places. You know what they were used for. Jeep number 28 just arriving. Smoky. Get a quick shot of this one. 30 caliber mounted on top. There's another Ford Jeep. Another Ford. The other 2 casemates. I'm standing looking at the back of them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Quite close together compared with some I've seen. Even long-term air was better space than that. There must be at least 30 Jeeps here today. Wonder would they miss one?
I think it might.
There's one sitting over there with the keys on it.
Is there? Will we chance it?
Yeah.
We'll wait till this drops on and then we'll skip over.
Aye.
Might distract them. Huh?
I'll lie down in the middle of the exit and get in their way, slow them down. You go ahead and nab the jeep where you go.
No, I'll lie down, you nab the jeep.
So please be the brother, be your brother. I'm a Thomas on it.
Side of the other two bunkers here, you can see. They tried to disguise this way as a house by painting windows on it. This one over here.
On essaie de faire en sorte que le son soit de la
the
meilleure
aircraft
qualité
defense on
possible
top
pour
of it.
vous. Et puis on part tout de suite avec un
You see the
petit
gun
medley
base and
Peggy.
the ammunition storage point's just behind that. Try to imagine that we're standing here to witness a parachute drop. We've got music on display playing here, and we've got people selling hot food and so on. In the middle of a place of war, basically.
Tout à l'heure, moi je vais aller à la pêche aux infos en ce qui concerne nos parachutages.
Merci Gaëtan, et on repart tout de suite donc avec Un avenir chanté par Julien principalement.
Back for another wee flying visit to St. Marie de Mont. Had to give up on the parachute drop at Asville because it just did not look like it was going to happen.
Too much wind.
Yeah. Sky was starting to clear a bit, starting to brighten up, but too much wind. Everybody's gone from here now. The vehicle display, everything is all done. Just whatever's passing through now is the last couple of days of the D-Day celebrations. Back in St. Marie de Mont. And a completely different place it is today. All the vehicles are gone, almost all the tourists are gone, all the hot food stands, drink stands. It's almost like it was the day we came here last year. The only thing we're missing is a bicycle race. Last chance to get a look at the tanks. They're all heading for home now too. Just got this first one going. This is where we come on Saturday. St. Mary Glees, our next stop. We've got a few then and now photos to match up. I'm going to try and marry up some more photographs taken here in St. Mary Glees shortly after the time of the invasion. Just in case anybody's wondering, John Steele's still up there. I remember when we were here last year, this definitely seemed to be a lot busier then too. I know it's almost as if it's had this one day and everything's just sort of come to an end. It's the wee shop and before over there.
Oh, it's all closed.
It's all closed as well. Clifford A. Maughan, PFC F Company 505 PIR, 82nd Airborne. Born 1920, died 1990. This plaque is to commemorate PFC Clifford Maughan, who parachuted into the garden of this house at approximately 01:45 hours in the morning of 6th of June 44. He was taken prisoner by a German soldier billeted in this house, who then in turn surrendered to him. PFC Maughan went on to fight Normandy, Holland and to survive the war. This is also to perpetuate the memory of all the other men of the 2nd Platoon Mortar Squad of F Company 505 PIR, whose heroic actions that night helped to change the course of history. Truly their longest day. Lieutenant H. Kaddish, Sergeant J. Ray, PFC C. Blankenship, PFC A. Van Holbeck, PFC P. Shearer, Private H. Bryant, Private L. Talapa, Private R. Blanchard, Private J. Staden, Private K. Russell, Private J. Staden. He's up in the church behind that tree. Well, the effigy is anyway. 4 Rue Eisenhower. There's a funny feeling it wasn't called Rue Eisenhower at the time though. Would have been changed. Okay. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one.
Well, that's. So you need to be on down a wee bit.
We're standing outside the bloody door.
Well, we'll just have to do with that. That's.
See, this picture taken during trips coming into town. It's to spot the arched door behind here. It's the same door now with that guy standing beside it. So that is here. So, yet another then and now. We have Rue Division Leclerc. Troops advancing into St Mary Glaze. And if you look at the now photo, pay attention to this roof and this roof. There and there. So that happens here. Our next one here on Rue General de Gaulle, again St Mary Glaze. American troops advancing up this street. There's the now picture showing the same picture with the obers de John Steele just here. I'm sure there's troops seem to be advancing out of the town because the centre of the town's behind us here. That direction. The troops are going that direction. So yeah, the over is John Steele. Apparently a good place to go to eat. Just making our way to our next then and now photo, we came across this. St Mary Glaze was the first town to be liberated on the Western Front, 5th and 6th of June 1944. Saga of the All-American. And we have these markers that form the Liberty Trail all the way to Bastone. Belgium? It was civilians that died during the Second World War. And here's a good look down the Rue de General de Gaulle from the top of the hill here at the hospice, down into the town centre. And it's all red, white and blue, yellow, black and gold. We are now at the site of the former St Mary Glees Hospice, which is sadly run down now and not in any form of use. What's interesting about this place, look at this photograph here. It says underneath it was the home for the aged, used temporarily as a hospital for emergency treatment of French, American and German wounded. And here we have German medical officers taken prisoner and being asked by the American Army to help in the field hospitals, which I'm sure they did. I'm sure the alternative probably wasn't worth thinking about. Here we see wounded being brought to a first aid unit opposite the hospice, which would have been over here. Soldier taking a break, citizens leaving their damaged homes. Now, if we go around the back, there's another interesting story to tell. So it's impossible to see exactly because of the high walls now and the fact that the hospice grounds are closed to the public. But here's what happened. At some point, this horse glider crashed into the grounds of the rear grounds of the hospice. So it had come down just inside here. Through, smashed through a dividing wall, which runs across that way. Fortunately, there are some of the crew didn't survive. Some feat to bring a glider down and miss this roof and land all 40-50 feet away. Even though he didn't survive, obviously, but to come down without hitting that building was some feat, if you ask me. One more picture from St Mary Glees, and it's to do with this street to the side of the hospice, whatever you prefer to call it. This is Rue de Cassinerie. Yep. And we have this photograph. There's an American soldier standing in the corner over here with the Red Cross flag on the wall, just there. And a jeep load of soldiers coming down the road straight at us, coming down this way here. And then we have this wee woman doing her best to get out of the face as quickly as possible. It's not a very good picture. Pulled it up so badly and get affected by the sunlight here. What we'll actually do is, when it comes to the editing part, I will try to include the original photographs in the video edit. But you look at this house, look at this window up the stairs here. That's the original window still there. Shutters and all. So I would say this house is untouched since those days. With the addition, except the
bottom windows are different.
With the exception of the fact that there's now a drain pipe running down this corner. Yep, largely untouched.
On the original photograph.
Yes. Have the originals on the computer, so it shouldn't be too hard to add them in the edit. Instead of trying to strain your eyes trying to see those pictures that I just tried to film. Was there? Bit hard to decipher with the sun shining off the plastic Polly Pockets all the time. Anyway, we're gonna make our way back down into St Mary Glaze here. We may or may not decide to go for something to eat.
Well, where I thought going's not there.
Huh?
Where I thought going's closed. Happy days.
Oh, Nico's. Yeah. I think we did mention at some stage before, but strange French opening hours.
But it doesn't look, it's not as if it's reopening the night, it looks closed. Tables are all piled up outside it.
And I don't think we're going to have time to go to the Airborne Museum either.
And it's 6:45 now and it closes at half. You wouldn't get
Well,
the benefit of it.
We're still a long way off getting there yet.
You wouldn't get the benefit of it. You'd be rushing it.
We've a long way to go. In grateful tribute to Generals Ridgway and Gavin and to all the gallant liberators of our town, St Mary Glaze, June 44. And there you go, 79 years later, they're still showing their thanks. It's found another photograph, and it is depicting houses damaged by artillery fire. And that would be these lot here. Quite clearly repaired by now. And another thing is this photograph here. Two German soldiers on a motorcycle outside the old town hall. Is here. Well, guess where the Germans supposed to set up their headquarters while they were here? Yep, and here. Remembrance of the Airborne Spirit, Overlord, June 44. 82nd Airborne, 1,142 killed, 2,077 injured, wounded. 101st Airborne, 868 killed, 2,303 wounded. British 6th Airborne, 821 killed, 2,709 wounded. 1st Canadian Parachute Battalion, 83 killed, 187 wounded. France, Free French Army, that is, 238 killed, wounded unknown. So it's Free French and the SAS were collaborators, if you want to call them that, fought together. Erected on the 70th anniversary. Monument erected to the friends of veterans, Friends of American Veterans, 6th of June 2015. I presume the V's for victory. We're going to wrap it up there, missus, and go home for the day. Maybe get a half an hour sitting in the sun.
What about sunlight?
Exactly. What about sunlight? You need to think about that too. I think we'll wrap the video up there for the night. Get ready for tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be American Cemetery and Bayou on Monday, because they're only 20 minutes apart. So, wish you all a happy good night. I'm ready to sleep. Yeah, calling it a good night. See you in the morning. Join us for more wacky adventures. Good night.